All right, let's start picking some games. We've been talking.
That's the best part about our show, though, is when we're.
I don't know, because I get 30 DMs about you guys just get to the winners. You guys just get to the winners. Well, I'll be honest. I got my ass kicked the past 2 days. The only thing that saved me is the pussy pack, the pussy pack and Clemson on the money line. It's the only thing that really saved me.
Mac asked us out in Vegas. You guys came to the bar at the Win with me and Jared, and he asked me specifically what brought you guys to the show consistently. And I told him, I'm like, there's talking sports, and you guys, did TCE and SGPN does a really good job of covering sports, but it's the banner outside of that. And I think there's a lot of people in the chat that I talk with that's really what keeps people here. And don't ever change that. I mean, don't ever get away from that shit. I think people really like it.
Hey, well, thank you, buddy. And look, how many whiskeys are you down? No, I'm fucking around. No,
one and a half.
I appreciate that, man. Look, I really care about the sport. I care about fucking people, man. When I ran into you and you asked that, you're like, can I get on the show? Like, I think maybe and at least from my side of it, and you can speak for yourself. I think you might have said like, what's it like in my mind? I was like, what does it take to get on the show? And I'm like, nothing. I'm like, hit me up. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Specifically, I was like, what did you guys do to get into the space? And you told me about you and Sean's, how everything
came up and everything. Yeah.
Right. And I don't know. I just think people really enjoyed that aspect of the show instead of just pick games, get the fuck off the air.
Well, dude, we're grateful for the platform that we have, but I think I speak for Mac. Mac, if not, you can tell me to shut the fuck up. But we are grateful for the platform we have, but we're regular people, and I'm a fan first. Yeah. I'm a fan of the sport first, and I never want that to be different. I never want to be. Well, I feel like when you watch TV and you watch, some or listen to maybe some other podcast, there's a disconnect there. I don't think they know the pulse of the fan. It was evident in the Filipowski shit to me. It was evident in the Filipowski shit when everyone was reacting. I was like, they don't know what their product is, in my opinion. And I'm glad we could fill that void, but and I'm grateful. And it's so cool to meet up with people and be able to share the same love for gambling and college sports and whatever sport really, because I subscribe to the UFL gambling podcast. But Mac,
so Rob just pointed it out in the live chat. He goes, Colby's just a regular person with a crooked ass chart. Holy smokes.
Yes.
Today it looks really bad. Today it's
again.
Look at
and shout out to FBI Tugboat. One of my
straight.
Yeah, dude, it's all. Check this out. You want to make it straight? Go back to Noah. Go back to it. Go back to it. Go back it.
All right.
Straight.
Look straight.
That's what I'm saying. Unstraight. Boom.
Jets football
right?
up there though.
Yes, and shout out to FBI Tugboat. He's the fucking man too. And I've never met up with him in Vegas. Every time we say we're gonna meet up, we never meet up. But anyway, who gives a fuck about our fucking reconnecting or connecting? Let's talk some winners. All right, let's talk some winners. We have games tomorrow.
No.
Yeah, and like I said, UFL Gambling Podcast for the morning. It's an hors d'oeuvre. All right, hop on over there. We're giving you some fucking winners. Cody, I saw you were in there checking it out, but 3:00, we got to wait 3:00 to college basketball. It's a good thing we have 20 other sports going on. Placed my first bet on fucking NASCAR today. Illinois is taking on UConn. UConn's laying 9.5. It's in the bean. I'll take UConn. There's a train coming, and I've been getting in front of that train a little bit, and it has punched me in the fucking dick. All right, and I can tell you, I'm done getting in front of the train. Maybe I do think this though. If I throw out my wager, I do think Illinois has some athleticism on the offensive side of the ball that no one in the Big East has. And I went through UConn's schedule and I go, I don't know that they face an offense this good with this much talent. But then I think about Brad Underwood and his fucking super soaker and his goggles. And I go, God damn it, give me UConn minus the points. I cannot take Illinois here. Mac, what are you doing?
I'll take the Illini to cover. I think UConn wins, gets it back-to-back Final Fours. I want to compare Illinois to Marquette, but we never got to see UConn versus Marquette really, other than the one in stores. But we never really got to see the adjustments when Kolek was healthy because he never played the second and third game. I think Illinois is able to keep this. It's a track meet, and I'll take the points. I think it'll be a 5 or 6 point win for UConn. They're not going to cover every game. I keep saying that, though. So give me the points with Illinois.
Wow. Cody, what are you doing here, man?
Shannon.
UConn's won 12 straight tournament games by double digits to record. And I think they do it here. I'm taking UConn minus the 8.5.
Yeah, I think we got to jump on that. And I think it's just until they prove me otherwise. I understand the angles. Like in my head, I was like trying to concoct a plan. I was basically going the San Diego State route. And I was like, well, Illinois got 3 or 4 guys create their own shot. I don't think they've seen athleticism like this. And then I thought about, like I said, the locker room. I thought about Illinois' defense, and I go, yeah, well, damn, it's in Boston. It's in fucking Boston.
That's another good angle.
Yeah, I think the Boston angle is. If this was in, if this was in Tulsa, I would say, oh, I think I'd probably be taking Illinois. But yeah.
Do you think Coleman Hawkins brings out Klingman?
Yeah, he can make shots. He made some shots the other night.
He can also get teased though.
Yeah,
he can also get teased. I feel like if a little momentum with the crowd behind him could get a little interesting. But yeah, to your point, that's fair.
That's going to be the real interesting part. Colby mentioned the crowd also kind of tipped the iceberg a little bit. It's a thin-skinned Illinois team on the road, basically. I'm with UConn here, mainly because I do feel like this Illinois run's been also like at times kind of fluky as well. Like
Michigan fan.
I had them to win the regular season in the Big Ten, and they let me down.
Michigan fan.
They've got to play defense. I don't see anybody stopping Klingen down low, especially like just the sets that UConn can run. They've got plenty that will open up either Klingen through the pick and roll stuff, ball screen stuff. Coleman's not going to be able to stop that.
No, can I ask you an honest question though?
Shoot.
When's the last time you shot a super soaker at another grown man with your shirt off?
Actually, I know the answer to this question.
What?
Senior year of high school. I don't know about grown man.
No, you weren't a grown man. You weren't a grown man.
Yeah, not grown man. Water wars, dude. That's huge here in Michigan high schools. Senior year, water wars.
I saw the Cosner movie. I saw the Cosner movie. It was all right.
It's
all right.
Like everywhere, not in school. So like not on not on private property, and you're playing like against school friends, basically like water gun wars. Basically, if you get sprayed, you're out, and it's a week-long thing. It's in a bracket, starts in March, ends in like May. It's fun. It's just for seniors that have basically already checked out.
I'm from Indiana, and I've never heard of this shit.
A lot of high schools in my area do this.
May I recommend something?
Shoot,
you should tell your kids this, Noah. Try getting pussy when you're that age. that to me, if you put that same energy into getting pussy, I think you'd be a lot more successful. Anyway, enough. There's a different style of water wars in that world. Anyway, we have another game going on.
People are asking what the cocktail napkin says on this game. The cocktail napkin says this one is 8.5, so pretty much right on the number.
Fair. Jerry Davis says, "How the fuck do you hold on? How the fuck do you picking winners at the UFL? We know who's on the roster because we're plugged in. We got a whole fucking spreadsheet and everything. Get on up there, subscribe to the UFL Gambling.
When you got a guy named Justin Mark,
yeah,
like
he's deep in the weeds of Iowa. Yeah. He's connected. He's taking phone."
He was really good today. I watched you and CJ and J Mark, and he was really, really good.
Shout out J Mark, man. He's a great guy. Check out the Old Fashioned Football Podcast. But
NFL show.
Yeah, NFL Gambling Podcast. Sorry. I'm a bad version of Don King.
I don't know if I'll be back with these new kickoff rules though. TBD.
Oh my God. I wouldn't be back. I'd be out. I am out. The NFL died last week, folks. I don't know if you know that. There was a funeral. It was on its way to death. We saw they were a paraplegic with like they had everything going in their way of death, in my opinion, but it solidified it last week. I think you guys all know what I'm talking about. Check me on Twitter at the Colby D. Clemson, Alabama. What the hell? It's a football game.
Rose Bowl.
What? What's going on here?
In LA.
Do they have a dude that looks like a chick like Trevor Lawrence? No, they don't. I don't think. But
Ian Shefflin with that headband, kind
of. You wouldn't say that to his face. Clemson plus 3.5. I wouldn't either, Noah. So it's not only you, but I didn't say it. Clemson is getting 3.5, and they're plus 130. They won in Tuscaloosa. It's a revenge game for Roll Tide.
Crazy game.
No.
You know what? What sells me? Everything North Carolina didn't do. Clemson does it naturally. They're 230th in pace in the nation. That is going to limit possessions for Alabama. That's going to make them feel uncomfortable. Clemson is the way less athletic team here. So it is risky because if Alabama gets going, it could be tricky, but I trust Clemson. I think the system, watching those plays out of the timeouts and shit too. Like I'm buying into Brad Brownell, knowing a thing or two. I am concerned about the rebounding. Alabama's rebounding is very good.
Yeah.
But I don't really believe that Alabama's is good. I believe they had a great bracket. Clemson, to me, has proven to me that they're good. I thought Grand Canyon was overrated. I thought Charleston didn't belong in the NCAA tournament. And I thought North Carolina gave them a win. Give me Clemson, money line. Mac, what are you doing here?
I mean, like you said, man, it's a Rose Bowl. Dabo versus Saban, Tua versus Lawrence. No, we're playing basketball in LA. Clemson is on a historic 3-point defense run. New Mexico 3 of 23, Baylor 6 of 24, Arizona 5 of 29. So I both sides going right now. I keep fading Clemson. They keep winning, but I keep taking Bama and they keep covering. I'm going back to the well. Bama revenge angle. Roll Tide, roll the year after the year. They get to the Final Four. They cover. They make their threes tomorrow. I like this Tide team. I like the way that they're playing. They're going to get it done. Roll Tide, roll.
All right. Like it. A little shit talking rights. Let's go. Bieniek, what are you doing here?
Great game. Shout out the two tips that just came through. Deuce Trip Life goes fade Bama. $10 there. Thank you very much. And then Tommy B also says Super Soaker is a form of masturbation.
I saw that one.
$20 for that.
Maybe that's what's happening in that locker room with his shirt off. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is my favorite bet of the Elite Eight. I'm going Clemson. I like it on the money line too. They already won in Tuscaloosa. But we've seen this game play out 3 times already. New Mexico loves the run. If I'm copying any of Colby's handicap, let me know. New Mexico loves to run, loves to shoot the 3 ball. Baylor loves to run, loves to shoot the 3 ball. Arizona loves to run. They're good at shooting the 3 ball. And they were forcing up a ton of forced shots. I think a lot of the same happens here against Alabama. So give me the Tigers here on the money line.
I think when you look at some of the teams, and I'm quickly doing some of this now, but there does seem to be a clear pace thing that Alabama struggles with.
Yeah. I mean, also Clemson was a dog in all 3 games, and they're here.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But if you look at if you just look at some of the pace matchups, the teams that are slower in pace have fucked with Alabama this year, whether it's Ohio State, whether it's Purdue, whether it's this Clemson team. They have given them problems. To me, I think that's the best part of the handicap. Cody, what are you doing here?
I think you laid it out pretty good. I honestly think Alabama's the more athletic team. I think they're the more talented team. I think Sears.
I agree.
I think Sears is going to have his way with whoever wants to try and check him. But at the end of the day, if this game's played in the high 60s, low 70s, hell, low 60s, I think Clemson gets it done. And they're catching points. I think PJ Hall is a matchup problem. I think
Clemson 9-1 is a dog this year, says Cat Whisper. I'm sorry. Continue, Cody.
No, you're good. I want to take Alabama with the points or laying the points, but I just think this is a Clemson run that I think continues to roll. I'm with you guys. At least they cover, if not on the money line.
Yeah, I think the money line is live there. They just have to stay true to maximizing, draw out the game. This is a Tony Bennett style. Like maybe your defense isn't pack line defense like Tony Bennett, but milk every fucking possession.
Exactly.
I think it's an easy blueprint to beating Alabama with that. Now you still have to be talented enough to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball, not get in foul trouble with your elite players, stuff like that. But I also just think, I kind of believe like you said, Alabama is the more talented roster, but to me, they're not the better team. I think Clemson's the better team. So I'm taking the Tigers there.
How great is it that we're going to have Brad Brownell or Nate Oats in the Final Four?
It is hilarious.
We're guaranteed one of those two. Good for them.
Yeah. I mean, only one of them, ignored a homicide last year, but it's okay.
Year after the year, roll tide roll.
Yeah, crime pays. I try to tell you on this podcast, crime pays.
Year after the murder.
Yeah. Nothing like. I love how we really need to do. The national media didn't cover that good enough.
Oh, they ignored it.
Like Nate Oates' press conference, acting like they were the victim. I'm like, wait, there's a woman that's dead, you fucking asshole. What are you talking? I can't believe you guys are coming at me like this. What are you talking about? Well, I'm playing him, I get it. And I understand.
Brandon Miller's a good kid.
Well, I understand, like, you want to rep for your boy, but at the same time, it's like, he made him seem like, and you guys are coming at me. And I'm like, well, dude, shut the fuck up. Someone's life is gone. You're on a pity party over here. There's a funeral being held 3 blocks away, you fucking jackass. But anyway, I find that I couldn't believe that they didn't make more of a mockery of that, because it should have been. Sunday's action, Elite Eight, Tennessee, Purdue.
Woo. This is a game.
Yeah.
Second and third best team.
Man, this is. I think Tennessee could fuck with them, but I said that about every team. I said that about Gonzaga. Who was it before that? I said that. I said Utah State, Great Osabar. Yeah. He can do it. He can come. Yeah. He can take him down. But I was on Purdue in the opening round.
You got this at 3.5. Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah. What are you seeing elsewhere?
No. I was just making sure.
I think the Vols are going to do it.
No way.
I think the Vols are going to do it. I don't know what. This is too
betting on Rick. You're betting on Rick Barnes.
Exactly.
He made the Final Four once. Matt Painter's never made a Final Four. Now, to be fair, Rick Barnes has been in the tournament 28 times. I think Painter's only been like 10. So there is something there. But I will take the Vols to cover the 3.5. Maybe Purdue wins, and maybe I middle this thing, but I kind of think I'm pretty sure I'm going to drink myself in the plus 140 money line play for the Vols. Mac, am I a fucking idiot?
No, not at all. I mean, even Noah, the fucking big Purdue fan, this is going to be a game. And if anybody remembers the game in fucking Hawaii, it was a foul fest. So
It was a debacle.
If they let them play, which I think they will on short rest, I like Tennessee. If they fucking call foul fest, Purdue probably pulls away, makes the free throws, wins by 7. But I think they let him play. Give me Tennessee. Rick Barnes going to the Final Four, his second all time. Let's go. Rocky Top. Let's go. Come on.
And wait a second. If he goes to the Final Four, he's getting NC State or Duke.
He's going to go national championship.
What
baby.
They're going to win the national championship.
They're going to beat UConn.
I mean,
you're going to think it's fucking Pat Summitt versus Gino, whatever his fucking name is. UConn. Yeah, whatever the fucking guy is.
Noah, are you still back in are you still boiling up?
Yeah, because it's in Detroit. That is a main reason why I'm taking Purdue
He's
here.
repping Detroit like he's fucking Axel Foley over here
tonight.
Yeah,
not as many as Purdue though. Like that building was.
Tennessee fans fucking travel, dude. They don't give a shit where it's at. Tennessee fans will travel.
My only hope is that they don't leave for Easter. That's my only hope here, because I do think this is going to be a close game. And Mac mentioned it, the previous one in November. This is the one that was kind of everybody was screaming from the get-go that the refs were just fucking terrible from the beginning. They never really gave Tennessee a chance. I think Tennessee had like 14 fouls in that first half, and it was brutal and unwatchable, honestly, because Tennessee wanted to play bully ball and the refs didn't let them. So I think they're once again going to try to do that. And by the way that the game kind of went today, I think they'll let them play. Because
I hope so.
Like the ticky tack shit really didn't get called today, in my opinion, that everybody were all up in arms about previously in the Big Ten tournament and first weekend.
He's talking about when Edey fucking Urlacher.
I was about to say, it was like the most pivotal play in the game.
No. I'm saying like in the lane when Edey's going.
That was in the lane though.
No. Like that was after when he had landed on him. The first part or whatever, that was not Edey had the ball going into the driving into the lane.
Okay, fair.
That's my point. Like there wasn't many of those today. And I think they'll let them play. It's going to be close. I got Purdue though. They're the team of destiny. Per destiny. Choo.
Cody, I know you're from the fine state of Indiana, so I expect you. Are you a Hoosier? First off, who's your team growing up?
Go Blue.
I need to know this information. Go Blue.
Go Blue. I'm a Michigan fan.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm a Michigan fan.
Damn it! I didn't realize I was doing this. Setting up tag team.
You're off.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Are you wearing khakis right now, like Harbaugh style khakis?
I got blue jeans on, but I will rock the khakis for Jim Harbaugh. Broke my heart that he left.
Wait. So you're not that's good though that you're not, because I thought maybe you'd be an IU fan or a Purdue fan, so you were looking at this with okay.
All my friends were IU and Purdue fans. I know both teams very well. Mike Woodson sucks. Matt Painter's better than Mike Woodson, but that's not saying much.
That's a fact.
I think Purdue,
not a basketball though.
I think unless Dalton Connect comes out with one of his just I'm that guy kind of game, I think Purdue wins. I think Purdue covers this game. I honestly do. I don't think they have an answer for Zach Edey. Like I said earlier, I think Lance Jones is a difference maker, even though I think Tennessee has some guys to match up. And we didn't talk about Braden Smith earlier. He had 14 points and 15 assists today. Yeah. There's only 5 point guards since 2000 that's had 15 assists in an NCAA tournament game. So I think there's a lot of guys that get slept on this Purdue team. I think Lawyer's good. Mason Gillis is a upperclassman there.
He hit some big shots today too.
Yeah, and I just think they've got I think they got some dogs. This is not the same Purdue team that it's been 2-3 years ago. And I think Lance Jones changed the dynamic of the team. And, of course, Zach Edey, even if they let them play, I don't think Tennessee – I know their center's good. I can't think of his name right now. But I mean, the dude's fucking 7'4". He weighs 310 pounds. Like, what do you do with that for 40 minutes? So I just think Tennessee keeps it close. Purdue pulls away at the end because of free throws.
Fair.
That was the other thing. When he said Dalton Connect, it kind of spurred the memory for me. He was battling cramps that weekend too in Maui. That first game against Syracuse, he cramped up. Also was battling it against Purdue and Kansas there. So, yeah, interesting. Also,
shout out to Jay Rothstein, and I this bothers me because every time I fall for this trap, he's right. Clemson beat Alabama in Canada, and they need to fucking find a way to fix this on the schedule.
Wait,
because
no, they beat
that wasn't Tuscaloosa. That wasn't Tuscaloosa. Who beat Bama?
They beat TCU.
Purdue beat Bama in Canada.
Yeah,
that wasn't Tuscaloosa. I remember watching the game.
Yeah, they beat him in Tuscaloosa.
I'm sorry. For a second, I thought he had a point because I was like, I have found myself this year though. I was my point of bringing that up was, and it was inaccurate for this particular game now, but in general, I hate going to like ESPN's website and you see an away game when it was fucking like a neutral site game in Hawaii. You know what I mean? Like, so then you're in your head, you're quoting this. I go on like other shows like, oh, they won it there. And I was like, you know, it's a long fucking season. So forgive me if I forget where the fucking the home game was, but you pull it up to be factual. But I was like, yeah, can we fix that? It's not hard to do. Just put a little quotations, put where the fuck the game is at, and it helps all of us. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, do they not throw back about 30 whiskeys a night? No, clearly not. Yeah, that game's awesome. That game has me really interested in that. But yeah, that Clemson actually won in Alabama, though. I remember watching the game. Now that we think about it, NC State Duke Pussy Pack taking on Blue Devils. Back a road. Duke's laying 6.5. Again, let's talk about this because we had the first matchup.
Round 4, right?
The first matchup was when it was I think in late January, early February. I think it was. So they lost to Duke 79-64. No, all of it was.
Wait, no, this is only round.
No,
3.
this is only round 3.
Round 3,
but round 3 in 3 weeks.
Yeah, from March 4th. That's crazy. Get the fuck out of here. I'm taking NC State in the points. The Pussy Pack are a team of destiny. I know that I'm going to have to read off all those hate messages to me. I just know it. Like NC State's live on the money line. We're stupid if we don't take that. We have to take the money line. Yeah. Like Duke just beat the 1 seed too. So it's a letdown spot. NC State is playing with house money, in my opinion. Give me NC State. Give me NC State on the fucking money line. Senior Football says, first time I agree with this guy. All right. That's first fair. Time. Just hit that like and hit the subscribe button and see if I give a fuck. Matt, what are you doing here?
I'll take one for the team, my man. Give me Duke. Duke didn't make any shots tonight. I'll lay the points. Last time I did this in the final Elite 8 game was with Texas, and I mushed the hell out of them. So I'm hoping I'm mushing the hell out of Duke. Give me the Dukies. Lay the points. I will not give everybody the satisfaction of us all taking NC State. Duke, lay the number. Let's go. Come on, Dukies. You guys should kill NC State. Let's go. Lay the points. Go, Duke, go. Let's go, Duke.
I mean, it really is served up great for Scheyer legacy to be built.
They should.
To be built. Final 4 appearance.
Yes.
And what if they're playing Tennessee?
They might make it, man.
That's what I'm saying.
They might make it.
My fucking head's gonna explode. What are you doing?
I'm not letting this happen. Give me Duke. Lay the point. Let's go, Duke. Let's go, Duke. Come on, Nick. Come on, Dukies.
No, what are you doing here, buddy?
This has been a very, very, very public, has raked tournament so far this season. They had the injury with Shed. Duke covers against Houston, they win the game. NC State also wins the game. Both of those were heavy public tonight. And all chalk in the round of 32. It's the second game of the weekend. I think the chalk may rise to the top here, kind of like the cream. I'm going to be with Mac here. I'm going to take Duke. I'm going to lock this one up too. Cocktail Napkin has the Blue Devils -9. They're the one team that's not going to take NC State lightly. This is what you can call a revenge spot here because they're the ones that let this whole madness thing begin. And I think the road stops before the Final Four for Cinderella. So
you disloyal fool ass bitch made punk.
Wow. I mean,
I think
the only thing on my mind, Gene, was pussy.
You look at
pussy pack.
You look at Duke's second round game was James Madison, and they were not favored by 6. Wasn't it 5? What were they favored by in that second round game against James Madison?
6.5 or 7.
Yeah, I thought it was 6.5.
In my head, that was a spot where they were trying to bring in money on the other side. Here, I feel like they're trying to balance the money. And to me, I think there's an edge on Duke. I think there's going to be a lot of people once again on NC State. Give me Duke.
Well, I'm Benedictine because I thought I'd be on Duke Island. Give me NC State.
You think more people
you're Benedict?
Yeah,
Get
I
out
only
here.
did it so we wouldn't fucking mush it. This is an ACC rivalry. Give me NC State. Let's go.
Yes.
Get out of here.
The
No,
only
Phoenix.
thing
You can
on
have
my
two.
mind, Gene, was pussy.
Let's go.
Cody,
Let's
what are we
go,
doing
NC
here?
State.
Before I pick, Noah, you think more people's going to be on NC State?
No.
plus-
I think there's going to be
okay.
a lot of people that want to be. I think the most amount of people, the AKA public side, is going to be Duke here, of course. But
Agreed.
I think they're
Agreed.
trying to balance money because there's a lot of people rooting for Cinderella. There is every single year. That's going to be like a 60-40, where usually you don't quite get that with Duke. So,
And I think I'm going to be part of the public or part of the public here and go with the pussy pack plus 6.5.
I don't think that's a public, but yes, I know.
No, I said against the public and
Okay.
say the pussy pack plus 6.5. I want to see Cinderella make it. I don't think they have the better. I don't think they have the better roster, but there's something to this team, man. There's something to it. I'm gonna ride and die with them until they're out.
The only thing on my mind, Gene, was pussy.
Mac, you usually have the numbers in front of you. Do you have them?
NC State's actually public.
Really?
Yeah.
So I like my side even more.
Well, you
Well,
have
that-
2 days. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
early.
have, yeah.
People usually don't bet until the day of the game. I mean,
Yeah. There's a lot of other bets to bet on.
That's when the Duke fans,
Duke crowd's gonna come in.
the front runners come in on the day of, a couple hours before.
All
That's
right.
when your public's going to come
I
in.
want to hit this before we leave, and I want to get your guys' best plays. But I just want to say, I really think the NIT line movement's going to change on Tuesday.
It's crazy.
So right now, bet the shit out of Seton Hall -3.5 against Georgia in Hinkle, and bet the shit out of Indiana State, who will have the home crowd,
Yeah.
-2 against, and I might have moved from when a couple hours ago when me and CJ were doing the show, -2 against Utah. I actually think you should parlay that. I do not expect those numbers to be the same on Tuesday. So get in on that. Just wanted to throw that out there and get that on record. Let's best play of the day or best play of the weekend. Maybe we should let's do a lock for each day. My lock for Saturday is the Clemson Tigers +3.5. My lock for Sunday is NC State +6.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm gonna lock up the Illini. I think they're gonna keep this one close. This will be the first one UConn wins, but does not cover going in the Final Four. And give me Rocky Top. Give me Rocky Top to get it done over Purdue. Roll Tennessee, baby. Let's go. Rick Barnes.
Bieniek.
Clemson +3 for day one. I think they win that one on the money line. For day two, give me Duke. I think they put an end to the madness.
Cody.
I'm battling Mac on both days. I think UConn gets it done on Saturday, and I think Purdue fucks up Tennessee. If Edey gets the calls that he has been getting all year, I think Purdue's going to fuck them up.
Fuck Purdue.
All right, folks, there we go. This has been fun. It's been fun talking. I missed. It was a day or two of not talking to you college basketball guys and gals out there in the universe, and I miss it. And I'm glad we'll be back. Should we do a show tomorrow night or Sunday?
Let's do one after, like.
See, we can see how this works, folks. We talk about it on air.
We can do one Monday.
Should we do a fucking show tomorrow or not?
It is Easter.
Yeah, it's Easter. So you want to do one Monday, and then we preview the NIT games on Tuesday, also recapping the Elite Eight games. Let's do Monday.
Okay. Maybe.
Turn on your notifications.
Turn on your notifications. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. 635 people in here.
255 on YouTube.
Give it up for this fucking jackass. Give it up for my guy, Cody Frazier. Look, we met Cody in Vegas. He was cool as fuck. And yeah, he was the man, and he was extremely knowledgeable. It wasn't just him over there buying us whiskey sodas or whatever, whiskey gingers.
Whiskey sours.
Yeah, whiskey sours. All right.
Colby doesn't even remember what he was drinking.
Yeah. You
that
never should.
Time.
You never should remember. Exactly. Once again, I wasn't having water gun fights in fucking senior year, you fucking loser.
Dude,
all right, no,
with your shirt on.
Water gun fights in
you
Vegas.
fucking jackass. All right, but everyone, give Cody a follow on Twitter at hey, god damn it, let me show this. All right, CFRAZ 15. There's a way to say it. I just never say it. It's not. I don't know how to say it correctly. Cody Frazier, he's the man. Cody, you got to come back on the show and talk hoops or something with us, buddy. And I appreciate, we appreciate meeting you. We thought you were fucking cool as shit. We were on the airplane back, and me and Kramer and Sean were saying that dude was cool as fuck. So there we go.
Surprised Kramer said that. When I was talking with Kramer, I was pretty fucked up, but I appreciate
well,
it.
Kramer, now that I think about it, he might have been half asleep, but yeah, me and Sean said that, and I think he just goes, yeah.
Sean thought you were a really sexy billboard for the gambling.
He did. He turned me into a meme. I didn't know whether to be humble or be a little embarrassed by it. I think it was a little of both.
No, don't be embarrassed by it.
Hey, I mean, you said it best. It was Vegas. I mean,
that's what I'm saying, dude.
I got fucked up.
At least you were in like a comfortable fucking chair, in like a nice studio.
Yeah,
I can't say the same about myself in some situations in Las Vegas. Folks, give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Make sure you tweet him with your favorite water pistol. Moneyline Mac is on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. If we don't record until Monday, which is a big if still, have a wonderful fucking Easter, and we're grateful that you listened to us all this time. We just did a 2-hour show on like 6 games. So glad to see you're still here rocking with us. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. And the college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Hit that follow button, subscribe, whatever the fuck. Enjoy life. All right. Enjoy life a little bit, folks. We'll be dead in 100 years. Till next time, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.